Alright, what's up you guys? So it's Jeremy Ray and we're back with another video. Inside of this one, we're going to be talking about exactly why Mr. Beast uses Shopify. Shopify, if you guys don't know, is a website building platform or a website hosting platform that essentially allows you to build an e-commerce website. As you guys can see, I got the Feastables pulled up because I was a little hungry, so I was about to do a personal order there real quick. We're going back to the homepage real quick. We'll just start here. So you guys, on this homepage, this is the Shopify store. As you guys can see, if you guys are familiar with Shopify, right down here, if you look at the little badges, you guys clearly know that's obviously a Shopify store. But the first big reason I want to talk about why Mr. Beast uses Shopify, number one, because Shopify in general, over all these other website hosting services, over all these other platforms that are out there, Wix, all these other companies, I've experimented with all these websites, and personally what I've felt working with Shopify versus working with Wix, some other website provider like that, is more support. And that's a really cool thing about doing business, especially at a high level like Mr. Beast. If you have a company that is willing to adapt, that's willing to work with your business, that's, innovating, that's constantly getting better, that's something that you want to pair your company with if you want your company to do better. I strongly believe that what you partner with on your business is important, and I don't just believe that, that's a fact, because no matter if it's you, no matter if it's the answering service that you have for your customer support, your whatever, if it has your brand name behind it, it's your responsibility to make sure it goes down correctly. So when your website crashes and you have a server issue, you do not want to be using a website service that's not going to be able to tell you what that issue is or actively fix that issue and get on it right away. The next thing that I want to talk about is the themes. So as you guys can see right here, Mr. Beast website looks super sick. I honestly was not expecting it to look this dope when I started doing this video or when I started doing some research for it, but it looks absolutely crazy. He's got great pictures, he's got great reviews, everything, right? You would expect it to look good, of course. But the cool thing about this is you guys could set up a website like this so easy on Shopify simply because Shopify has this thing called premium themes. These are themes that you could purchase that basically, I like to describe it as like the clothing that you wear. So a theme is basically the clothing that you put on your website. As you guys can see right here, the Aurora theme, this theme is very, very similar to the theme that Mr. Beast is using. As you can see, it's got the top bar, super clean look. I think he's using a mix of all three of these. He's obviously got custom coders and people who are coding on his website, so there's no way he's just using a base, theme that you could buy. He's definitely got it coded out and everything. But this one right here called Paper, which is by Brickspace Lab. This one's super, super cool. If we go to a demo store, as you guys can see, super clean looking, super simple, clean, and nice. I really love this store, especially for maybe like a makeup brand or like a clothing brand. But moving on to this bullet one, I really love this theme. I love this theme for makeup brands. I love this theme for clothing brands. I think this theme is a very modern, very, very, very good looking theme to be using on your store. And as you can see, it's got that moving bar. So that's exactly what Mr. Beast has right here. He just moved it down, and you guys can do this. Once you get this theme, you guys can move this bar down if you want, right under there, and it's literally going to be exactly like Mr. Beast's website. So this one is absolutely crazy. I love this theme. Out of all three of these that are pretty similar to what he's got going on, I would say this one is by far the sickest. But I just wanted to show you guys that because that is another cool thing about Shopify that a lot of other website services don't have, and that's another reason why Mr. Beast or his team might have decided to work with Shopify, because they have, or they give you the capabilities to not only code and do all the crazy stuff that you can custom wise if you know how to code, but also to be able to easily get something set up that looks super, super pro. With that being said, we're going to go on to a couple other reasons why I think Mr. Beast uses Shopify in specific, and these are also some reasons that I think could benefit you if you understand why or understand the things that I'm talking about. So with that being said, let's get to it. So one thing I want to talk about when it comes to Mr. Beast is the success of this guy and what he's done, because I find if we're going to talk about Mr. Beast, we do need to talk about this because this does relate to you guys, and this is something that me and Keith, who's the guy behind the camera, show your face real quick, clip on 4K. Yeah, me and Keith were talking about this on the way up here, so I wanted to talk about this. We're just chilling at the apartments. It's a beautiful Arizona night. It's like 60. It's kind of cold out here. What we were talking about is the compound effect. So what the compound effect is basically like this. Say you have 5 years or 10 years it takes you to get to something, right? You start doing YouTube and you're 10 years old, right? And then it takes you till you're 20 years old to get to 10,000 subscribers. But then after that 10 years it took you to get 10K, you grow to 100K subscribers in 1 year, the next year, right? Because when stuff starts compounding, it starts going crazy. Now, the example I want to give you with Mr. Beast is what happened last year. Mr. Beast had 100 million subscribers last year, right? He went from however long he started ago to 2022. 2022, he hit 100 mil. And now He's at over 250 million subscribers on one channel, and he's got channels in all different languages everywhere. And that's the compound effect, you guys. It doesn't happen overnight, but when it happens, it happens. And that's why you need to stick with whatever it is that you're doing. Mr. Beast is a perfect example of this. And if you watch any interview with Mr. Beast, you will see exactly why he is where he is today. It's because he put in the work. It's because he cared about what he does. It's because he loves what he does. It's because he found passion behind what he does. And it's because he ultimately believes in what he does with everything he has. So another thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, when it comes to Shopify is integrating stuff with the website. And this is also why I think Mr. Beast uses Shopify, and another reason why I think you guys should probably use Shopify for your online businesses as well. I do myself, Mr. Beast does, and it's just a great platform, as you guys have been learning. But another great reason why Shopify is awesome is because of the integration, how easy it is to integrate stuff with Shopify. For example, you have Shopify App Store, right, where you have apps that can quite literally do anything. You have apps that can do countdown timers, you have apps that can send customers emails, you have apps that can completely automate customer service for you. You now have new AI apps that can literally do your text message marketing and reply to customers for you with AI. You guys, there's apps that can literally do everything, and that's kind of my point here. Thousands of apps on the Shopify App Store, and all you need to do in order to get these advanced technologies essentially that these apps allow you to do, or these advanced things that the apps allow you to do, only thing you need to do is literally add it to your store through the Shopify App Store. All right, you guys, so another thing that I want to talk about is website load speed. So website load speed is a key component to having a successful online business, because if your website doesn't load fast enough, people are not going to go to your website, or people aren't going to ever buy your products because they're not even going to make it to your store since it's taking forever to load. It's almost like having a restaurant and turning your open sign off, because if your open sign's off, nobody's going to walk in the restaurant, right? So you guys need to make sure that your load time is fast on your websites. And I see a lot of beginners start websites on these other platforms that don't end up having fast load time, and they sit there and they have to, you got to wait 10 seconds for the page to pop up, or it pops up and other things not popping up. It's just slow. It's slow. It's laggy. You don't want to be on it. It's not something that people are going to spend their time going off of to spend money on if it doesn't work quickly. People want fast. People are used to quick. We literally deliver packages in 2 days. I know some of y'all out there, it takes 2 days to load your damn website. A little more advanced stuff, but something I wanted to talk about because it is important. So let's go.
Let's go.